Hi everyone, it's Charlotte and this is Princess. She's a Shih Tzu and she's about 9 years old. And today she's in for just a bath and a small tidy up. Yeah, she's a lovely girl. She's my mum and dad's dog. So she's very used to me grooming her. So let's get started. Microfiber towel. So I've got my ring light now, so hopefully the groom's here, you'll be able to see them. And also I've got my new nozzle. Go in, Princess. So let's just get started. Okay, so then we just turn this to water and spray her off. Right, so Princess has a piece of poop stuck to her bum, so I'm going to try and get it off. Stay there, Princess. Right, so it seems like it's welded on there. So let me get a wipe. Get that off. There we go. Stay there. Can you get... Whoop. Oh, turn the water off. I'm going to give a bum a quick go with the shampoo again. Right. There we go. So I quite like that nozzle. It's definitely a big upgrade to my mixing bottles. And you can just put the shampoo on them while they're dry because it's already mixed with water. Princess grunts a lot. It's because she's a flat-faced dog. She grunts a lot. I call her a truffle snuffler because it sounds like she's hunting for truffles as if she was a pig. Right then, let's get her dried. Right, okay, I'm just going to quickly check the battery. I will be right. Okay, I'm back. So, let's see. So then, Princess has an issue with her eyes. She had an ulcer and she had an operation on it, and it makes her go a bit gross around here. I didn't want to scrub too much with the shampoo around her eyes in case they're a bit sensitive. These wipes are good for around the eyes, in the ears, and on the body really. That's what it says on the tin. As you can see, Princess is a very, very good girl. And I think that's just due to the fact that since I've been grooming, I've just, you know, these are where I started, so she's so used to it, because I would do, as soon as I thought she was a bit too hairy, I would shave her. As soon as she got a bit too much hair on her face, I would trim it. I've never used these wipes before. I don't like this container that they come in. It's a bit hard to get them out. But what can you do? Forgot my scissors. Right. I'm probably going to shave a bit off her head so that her hair doesn't go over her eyes from the top of her head. She tends to do on these flat-faced dogs. Now I did record 3 videos here, but the lighting wasn't very good, so I didn't upload them. So I can't remember what I said in my first video I made, so I'll just explain a few things about me being here. So right now I'm at my mum and dad's house. I've always worked at my mum and dad's house, and my business started at my mum and dad's old house. I think it's been 2 years now, nearly 2 years, that they've been in this house. Yeah, because I've been in my house a year in September. So basically my dad just made a quick little area in his garage so that I could still do my dogs while I was looking for a house myself. Because obviously when you've got a whole customer base in one area, it's not easy to start up again. Fortunately, my mum and dad, they only moved about, I'm going to say 10 minutes away, 15-minute drive away from the old house. But I moved half an hour to 35 minutes away. So for my customers who have already followed me here, who already had to travel so far anyway, you know, it's not going to be ideal for them to travel to this whole new area when there are definitely groomers around them that are closer. So I understood that. It took a while for me to get my garage sorted at my house, purely because of COVID and the fact that my boyfriend's dad, he did the garage for me from top to bottom, did it all how I wanted it. He did it, and obviously he works full time as well, so it could only get done on weekends, and he got that done as quickly as he could. He really helped us out. So yeah, I still come and work here a few weekends a month just to get my regulars in who wanted to stay with me. Yeah, and I'm trying my hardest in my current location to get a new customer base going. So if it looks a bit dark in here, it's because my dad put this up fast for me so I could keep working, but then it's easy for him to take down once I fully make the move so that he can have his garage back. Basically, he's got a lot of stuff that he could use this space for, but obviously I'm still working in it, and this is where my bath is. But I can't warrant taking my bath to my house until I've got an established customer base over there to where, you know, I'm starting to do the bigger breeds that would require me to have, you know, that stainless steel bath. Because once I take that, grooming will probably stop here, because my mum and dad aren't going to want me to be grooming dogs and washing them in their house bath, because they both take baths, where it's not as bad as at my house, because, you know, we don't take baths, we take showers. Yeah, Princess has quite a bit of matting on her tail, but her fur's quite thin, so it normally brushes out. She's got a cyst here, that's what that is. Hopefully the camera's in a good position. I'm trying to get used to doing this all myself. The first video I made with Sam, my boyfriend helped me position the camera and that kind of stuff, but he's not here at the minute, so I have to do it myself, get used to it. little bit wet on her tail. Got some big mats in here too. They're like dreadlocks. Because Princess's fur is so thin, I like to leave her till she gets a bit longer. She also has like flaky skin, and I think it's because she's just old. It's kind of gross, not gonna lie. Princess, stay. I do like to just cut the mats out, providing, like, you know, I can hide it easy. I'll always tell the owners, you know, if I've had to cut mats out. If it's just a few and you can hide it in the tail, then it's not so bad, and I think that's better than shaving it off. But if it's like all down by the actual tail itself, it's better and easier to just shave it off and let it regrow. You know, there's these slicker brushes, yeah, you can get one with the balls on the end, but in my opinion they don't work as good. You know, that they will abrade the skin after a while. That's why your dogs might get uncomfortable when you're brushing them, especially if you're brushing them too hard. So with Princess I like to just snip the end off like this, and then she'll sit there for me. There we go. That'll do until I've combed it, and there's probably a billion long bits. So we're going to take a 7. And Princess always gets a little bit of, it's a bit gross, but she does get a little bit of discharge around her private area. So I have to take that shorter. And also my mum likes her to have like a baboon butt because she has really sensitive tummy, and if she eats something she's not supposed to, she just gets diarrhea, and it's just gets stuck to all her bum fur. Let me get a shorter blade. Sometimes it will come off on a 10, sometimes I just do it on a 30. It's very dangerous using short blades. Anything, you know, shorter than a 10, I'm going to say, it's dangerous. It's almost a surgical blade, I think a 30 is. Like short enough when you get your dog back from the vet and they've got that shave on the leg. It's normally a 30 or a 40, I think. Right, so she doesn't like this. I think it might hurt her a little bit, but if I don't get it off, you know, it smells, it's not nice. It's got to come off. So I choose this, or belly band, some people like to call it. It's padded, so it's nice and soft, and it just keeps them up. Right, so it's gonna get quite descriptive, but it smells and it's quite sticky and thick. You know, it's definitely not nice. I imagine it's definitely not nice for Princess. I'm going to put this down to her age, maybe. I couldn't tell you for sure if it's normal. I'm not sure if my mum has took her to the vet about it. Sorry, Princess, I know. I feel like I'm manhandling the poor dog. Okay, alright, there you go. Poor girl. Don't go backwards, go forwards. Alrighty. Whew. Right. Stand up. Princess. So Princess is quite short and stubby, so she gets her belly shaved off, which isn't the easiest thing to do in the world, I won't lie. I wish she would just roll over and let me do it, but it's never that easy. So because I shaved her bum with this, I'm going to get a clean 7. That's not a 7. This one is. I'm going to shave off her ears. So when you're cutting round ears that you've just shaved off, you have to be very careful. The ear leather will bleed if you cut it. So I like to take my thumb and finger on this side and pinch gently to the edge of the leather or ear skin, and to follow it round. With my scissors. Very gently, very slowly, in small sections. To be very careful that you don't cut the actual skin. It's quite thick skin round her ears too. Well, round any dog's ears. So if you cut it, it will hurt them. You should be very, very careful if you've shaved off ears and you're cutting round them. Thankfully, Princess is a very good girl who does sit still for the majority of the groom. She's only ever started moving about for her face since she's had that operation on her eye to fix her ulcer. She had to have like a lens or something put over it to heal, and if it didn't heal, which there was a high chance it wouldn't, she would have had to have her eye removed, which is what happened to my mum and dad's first dog, well, second dog technically, but third dog in the Shih Tzu generation that they've had. Unfortunately, she's passed away now. She had to be put to sleep because it was the most humane thing to do, and it was all related to this eye issue. So that's why we was very thankful, but also very surprised that Princess pulled through it. She's not the most hardy dog in the world, but she didn't give up. She had it in her, and she's still alive. I always think it's funny, these dogs, these little Shih Tzus, they've got like pea heads. Well, Princess doesn't. She stands like she's a bodybuilder, so her head looks small against her very wide front. So I'm going to get my comb attachments, which are in my bag. There we go. 30 blade, and well, to be honest, her head doesn't look too bad from here. It looks in proportion with her body. Maybe I'll do it on a 5, which is slightly longer, but should still take some off, and if it doesn't, I'll just do it on a 4. Just trim off the bits that are all pushed forward. Princess isn't very messy with her food, so it's never like stuck in a beard, so it's okay for her to have a bit of a longer beard. Round it off ever so slightly so she looks nice. The trouble with doing these videos is I keep forgetting to take before and after pictures, or I'll take one and forget the other. So normally I take the end in the after and completely forget the before. Obviously, not everyone's going to watch my videos, so some people just like to see the before and after. Close your mouth for me. I could tell that my scissors are getting quite blunt, but they're booked in to be sharpened in, I think, around about 2 weeks' time now. I don't know, it's already booked. So before we finish, it's going to be feet and nails, which Princess doesn't like her nails being done. She's not nasty for it, but she does make it difficult. I can't remember if I said it in my last video, but I don't have any small feet trimmers. My clippers are too big to do little dog feet, so I like to use my scissors. I feel like I have more control with my scissors anyway, so Princess has quite like red feet. I'm not sure why. Might have something to do with her medical condition. I'm trying to think what that medical condition's called now. It's been so long since she's been diagnosed with this. Princess will probably be fully groomed in 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, it's been about 8 weeks since she was last done, but her fur's so thin and, you know, it doesn't really grow fast either. There's my mum and dad's other dog, Bailey. His fur grows really thick. And it grows quite fast, especially on his head. Princess's face would have been way hairier than it was, but I'd already cut her eyes last weekend when I came over to work. So it was still nice and short. Come here. Just stay. She just wants to lie down, bless. If you haven't already noticed, she's quite a chunky gal, so she definitely would much rather be lying down than standing up. Oof, big yawn. Alright. So while I'm doing the nails, let's talk about nails. Now, dogs' nails have veins in them. Every single nail has a vein. You can see them if the nail is white. You can't see them if the nails are black. Now, you might look at these nails and think, wow, they are really long. The reality is, I can't take much more than a couple of millimetres off, because if I do, she will bleed. Her veins are really long. They're almost to the end of her nail. This one seems to be much higher up than the rest, so I can only take a little bit off, and this is the case for most dogs. Unless your dog is walked a lot, 9 times out of 10 your dog's veins are long and will bleed if cut too short, or even cut more than a few millimetres. Now, Princess has a mixture of black and white nails, so normally I kind of guess, so I think, oh, I've taken this much off from this nail, I'll just do the same for her black nails. So if you've ever gone to your groomer and thought, oh, they haven't cut my dog's nails, or my dog's nails are still long, 90% of the time I can guarantee you it's because of your dog's veins. And a lot of groomers won't risk cutting more than a few millimetres off, especially on black nails. And I think this is, you get, you know, some dogs who get really quite aggressive for the nails, and it's probably because someone at some point has took too much off, it's hurt them, and it's made them bleed, and now they associate that pain that they felt with getting their nails cut every single time, and it makes them aggressive for their feet in general, not just the nails. I always say, unless your dog's nails are white see-through, you can see those veins, you want to cut just below the vein, not on the vein, just below it. If your dog's nails are black, do not risk it. It took me a long time to feel confident cutting nails that were black. You know, and I still play it safe and take off probably not as much as I could, but you know, it's enough to say that I've cut them, you know what I mean? I really don't like hurting dogs, you know, it's unintentional. If I clip a vein, I don't mean to. And it is easy done, it is easy done. Some dogs, you know, it looks like the veins high up and they still bleed, which is quite common in old dogs. You know. And if you take them to the groomer and the groomer cuts the vein, like I say, this can happen. And if it does happen, groomers do have a powder that can stop the bleeding. Whereas I can imagine if you were to do it at home and you didn't realise and you just cut the nail, there is a lot of blood that comes out, especially if you clip quite a lot. I can imagine you would panic and probably, when you realise the bleeding's not stopping, take them to the vet. And that is a hefty vet bill. That's why I say it's just not worth it to do your own dog's nails, unless obviously you are trained to do it. Just take them to a vet or take them to a groomer. 90% of groomers offer just a nail clipping fee, just a nail clipping appointment. You know, some might do it for free, some might charge. Alternatively, you could take them to the vet. I'm not 100% sure if they charge for a consultation fee at the vet if you're just going for a nail clip. So just ask, just say my dog needs the nails clipping. I'm not confident enough to do them myself. You know, I don't want to go to a groomer, or my groomer can't get your dog in. How much will this cost? And they should be able to just give you a quote over the phone. It's very, dogs' nails are, I think, often overlooked. Yeah, they get too long, especially the back dew claws, these side ones. They definitely get missed quite a lot, especially if your dog has a lot of fur. So they kind of just hide. See all that skin still coming off her. She's just got dead flaky skin. Right, it's time for me to groom your boyfriend now. Bailey and Princess are very, very close, and they've had puppies together. Both of them, well, Princess is spayed and Bailey is neutered now, so you know, they've been neutered for years. Nice. My boyfriend's mum and dad brought one of their puppies. She's called Skittles, and she will most likely be on the channel a lot because I really like grooming her, and she, I wouldn't say really likes being groomed, but she's very good. She's like the golden dog. And I think she's a very pretty dog as well. So, yeah. So, this is Princess, and I'm all done with the groom. I'm going to, I think I forgot to record this last time or my camera died, but I have perfume. It is Paco Rabanne Million for girl dogs and boy dogs. The girl one is more floral, and the male one is more aftershavey. Not recommended if your dog's got sensitive skin. I know most of my customers, so 90% of the dogs don't have sensitive skin, and the ones that do, they tell me before they even book him. So she might not look the neatest, especially around her feet, but she is only in for the bath and the trim on the bum, pads, privates and belly. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.